This announcement follows a 5-day trial that concluded on April 15, 2025, during which a Denver jury found Correa guilty of 5 counts of torture and 1 count of conspiracy to commit torture.
The evidence presented at trial exposed the depravity of the torture Correa and his co-conspirators engaged in 2006, prior to Correa's arrival in the United States, where he sought to escape accountability for his crimes, hiding here in Colorado. The government's evidence showed that Correa, along with his co-conspirators, tortured and abused victims accused of plotting a coup against the regime then in power in the Gambia, a West African country that at the time was under the regime of President Yahya Jammeh. Correa belonged to a special unit of the president's security forces known as the Junglers, who brutally cracked down on what the regime claimed was a coup plot. Trial testimony revealed the direct role Correa played.
Judge Christine M. Agulo, who oversaw the trial, will preside over the upcoming sentencing, where Correa faces a potential maximum sentence of 120 years in prison. The charge stems from Correa's involvement in the brutal torture of individuals suspected of participating in an attempted coup against former Gambian President Yahya Jammeh in 2006. Victims and witnesses traveled from the Gambia to testify during the trial, providing harrowing accounts of the torture they endured.
Is a demonstration of our commitment to leave no stone unturned to prosecute human rights violations.
Fatou Balde, founder and CEO of Women in Liberation and Leadership, expressed the emotional weight of the proceedings, stating, "It was very moving sitting in front of Mr. Correa and seeing the evidence presented by the prosecution. The victims were offered an opportunity to face their perpetrator, and you could see they got their power back," she said.
And I hope that this sends that message to victims back in our country, so that they know that the world is watching and we are not going to stop. We will hold each one of them accountable for these crimes that they have.
During the sentencing hearing, both the prosecution and defense will present their arguments regarding the appropriate sentence. Some of Correa's victims will also have the opportunity to deliver statements detailing the impact of his crimes on their lives. The U.S. government is advocating for the maximum sentence of 120 years, emphasizing the need for accountability. Isa Jammeh from the Gambian Center for Victims of Human Rights Violations highlighted the significance of Correa's conviction, stating, "This conviction, together with a significant sentence, will send a strong message to other junglers and other human rights abusers currently living with impunity that they will too face justice."
That's my message to the government. And my final message as well is to all the victims of rights violations to really come together. We need to set our differences aside and our political affiliation aside and come together as a group, because unity is strength. If we come together and unite, then we will be much more powerful to ensure we face these perpetrators, to be able to see them in court, because you could see how Correa was so uncomfortable seeing victims sitting in front of him and really saying what he did to them. I think for me that means a lot. Unity, we have to come together and make sure that our fight be attained at the end of it.
The upcoming sentencing hearing is expected to be a pivotal moment in the ongoing pursuit of justice for victims of human rights violations in the Gambia. Maria Madem, reporting for Star TV News.